on in. Welcome to the pipeline. Welcome to the pipeline. Let's get the likes up. If you're watching this video, you should be hitting the like button. Hope y'all having a good Saturday. Hope everybody having a good Saturday. Yesterday was Good Friday, y'all. I want to talk about something a little different today. I want to talk about what happened to Britney Spears. Come on in here, gang. Let's go, gang, gang. Welcome to the pipeline. Welcome to the pipeline. So y'all know I like to drink my water and all that stuff. It's been some crazy stuff going on with me in the dating world, y'all. I'm trying to date, y'all. I got some crazy stuff going on. I don't know. I don't think it's me. I'm telling y'all. Y'all be thinking like, I be with this shit. Man, I got some stuff going on in the dating world, y'all. I got to figure out what's going on. I'm trying to choose, but it's very difficult. If you in here, hit the like button. If you in here, let's get the likes up. Gang, gang. It's Saturday. It's beautiful out here today. Hope y'all spending family time with y'all kids. Y'all know I'm all about the family and showing love. Hope y'all got some good weekend vibes going. Get the kids out here, throw the little grill on. Well, I don't know, because 4th of July coming up and Father's Day. But y'all know what I'm saying. But however, today I want to talk about Britney Spears, y'all. Britney Spears. Now, we know Britney for being a pop icon. Pop icon, y'all. What happened to Britney Spears? We gonna get into it. Britney was at the top of her game. One of the hottest artists. Very talented, most beautiful woman we have seen. I think Britney Spears hit the scene when she was like, 15, 16? They dialed her up in all these sexy clothes and sexy attire. A lot of people was like, oh, she's pushing the wrong agenda. You know, all that had to do with the labels, the label and the image that they wanted to put out on Britney. But her parents was always against it. But once that money got to rolling in, we seen what happened. So what happened with Britney Spears, y'all? Her story is a weird one because after all the success and all the fame she acquired and maintained, something happened to her in the media and the paparazzi where she just started unraveling. Did y'all remember that? Well, she got the kids with K-Fed. She got the 2 boys by K-Fed. Something happened, and this is what I want to think. I believe Britney's situation was something like a sacrifice. I believe they tried to get her to be a sex slave. For instance, our sex slave right now is Rihanna. Rihanna is a sex slave in that thing. We not gonna get too far with the words, because y'all know YouTube be shutting me down when I say certain words and stuff. So y'all know what I'm talking about with the sex slave stuff. I believe the same thing happened with Michael Jackson. I believe Whitney Houston. I'm not gonna say Whitney Houston was a sex slave, but I believe a lot of these artists, how they just disappeared and they rebelled. Y'all remember look how Whitney Houston rebelled. She didn't listen to nothing nobody said. She started getting into drugs real heavy, allegedly, all kind of stuff. Look at Michael Jackson, young, all that pressure. He started unraveling. Macaulay Culkin, Home Alone 2, unraveling. Britney Spears, I don't know if she took the oath and wanted to double back on the oath, or was it just the pressure of success that caused her to unravel the way she unraveled? Britney was on top of the world, had the at her fingertips. Got married. I think she went through a couple relationships. I don't know if Britney battled with self-esteem issues or the part that they wanted her to push this sex agenda. And it seemed like she was uncomfortable with doing it. In the beginning, I believe it was good for her. But I think the more she started getting deeper into the industry, I believe it was some things she got herself into that she tried to bite back on. And with her not doing what they wanted her to do, she started unraveling. There's Britney with her kids now. Everything with Britney was going good until the paparazzi and the media just put that pressure on her everywhere she went. We see it all the time. Kanye West flip out on paparazzi. Paparazzi has caused a lot of deaths in the industry that a lot of them, they will not display that on TV for some reason. TMZ. Paparazzi has caused people to run into cars, houses, trees, run over people because of the aggression that the paparazzi brings. with these celebrities. It's like they can't have normal lives. Look how Beyonce and Jay-Z, certain celebrities, they stay ducked off. Even Drake. Look how hot Drake is. You very rarely will catch Drake and paparazzi. A lot of them stay away from the limelight. They don't like all that exposure. But then we got artists that's in the industry that will also call the paparazzi to come to where they at. I think the Kardashians is very popular for that. It's a lot of people that will call Black China, she another one. They will call the paparazzi to come to where they at. Real talk, they do. But what happened with Britney? Why she started unraveling? I would say in 2008, everything we could think of bad, the media has programmed the agenda for us. As hard as y'all don't want to believe it, but whatever the media puts out is what people go with, the majority of people, unless the people that's woke. Shout out to the pipeline. If you're watching this, hit the like button. Let's get them likes up. But the media will put these stories out and having the world, and it'll go with the algorithm, and have the world thinking like these people is crazy. Look at Britney. What could possibly happen in her life where she like, screw everything? I don't want the money. I don't want the fame. I don't care about the labels. I don't care. So this is the beginning of her transformation, right? Let's go back. What make a beautiful, talented young woman who most definitely overcame and rose to the occasion? What could make her possibly go from that to this? A lot of people say, oh, it was the drugs. It was the drugs. A lot of people in the industry are on drugs. But in this particular case, I don't think Britney was really heavy on the drugs. You know what I'm saying? We really didn't see too many horror stories of her on drugs or drug. We probably, when she started hanging with Paris Hilton, she started getting into the party life and stuff to try to regain her career back and everything. But most of the time, it was always her just wigging out on the paparazzi. And then her father, listen, y'all, this is what was crazy with Britney to me. When she lost custody of her kids, it seemed like that's when she started kind of taking a turn for the worse. Her kids was everything. They took everything from Britney. Her father ended up putting her, when she had this breakdown in 2008, y'all, this is the part that the world is not telling us about Britney. Britney has become a prisoner in her own world. Britney has completely disappeared. Nobody can find Britney. She's held hostage against her will, allegedly. After this meltdown, her father put her in a mental institution. She don't have control over her own money. She's not, when she went to the asylum, y'all know the mental hospital, I believe she was in there for about 3 to 4 years. Took her completely off the face of the earth. Nobody could visit her. The world was wondering where she was at. Her father is over all her money. She can't talk to nobody or interact with nobody but her attorney. At this point, all her kids didn't even have contact with her at this point. This is a beautiful young woman who was talented, who was at the top of the world. And I'm quite sure Britney is worth a whole bunch of M's. I'm quite sure Britney still got them M's. Ain't no doubt about that. She is a pop star, an icon. And how they just eliminated her from off the face of the earth is like, wow, what happened to all these people that's getting all this money and was mega stars and superstars, and they either dead or just vanished? Britney has no outside life. She's in her house, prisoner, after she got out the sound asylum, out the mental hospital. They took her and put her in her mansion. But here's the thing. She can't have no access to the world. Somebody is regulating her social media. Only places she could go is to Target and to Starbucks. She is crying out for help. People need to help her and bring more awareness to Britney Spears' story, because this was a great one. And I don't know if they got her into like, I could go left. Y'all know sometimes I can go left. I know that. I don't need y'all coming for me, reaching in the comments, because I know sometimes I can go left with my theories and my ideas. But now she has a project called Project Rose. If y'all Google this, it'll say Project Rose is sex trafficking. I read it and it says, y'all see that's Britney with handcuffs on. This is her house. She can't have visitors. Like I said, she can't drive. She can't pick her own security guard. Her father is regulating the money. It's like she is a prisoner in her own world. What could mentally be that wrong with her, or the world want us to think that she is just so incapable of raising her kids and being in public society? Why do they got her like she's some kind of menace or something? So here it is. It says, Britney Spears is actually being held hostage. I thought the internet was just being dramatic. So y'all, I pulled up something that I want us to take a look at. I don't know if YouTube gonna let me do it. I know I'm gonna still try it. So I pulled up a little something about it, and let's check it out.
She was hospitalized at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. After police arrived at her house, she appeared to be under the influence of an unidentified substance. Following day, Spears' visitation rights were suspended at an emergency court hearing, and Federline given sole physical.
Everybody like free Britney, free Britney.
All right, let's see what this person has to say.
In the comments, and the first question that you guys asked me is, what's my favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is probably Halloween, just because I love it.
Now, in this video right here, they said, if you follow Britney Spears' Instagram, it's like they have a picture of her doing the same photos in a whole month. She was seen with the same shirt on in 17 different posts and pictures on Instagram. They was like, what's going on with her? She keep wearing the same shirt in every Instagram photo, and only place we will see her is at her house. She will drop a video or something. Whoever is running her campaign or her business for her, they will let us see just a glimpse of her every few months, and it's always at home in her backyard or her doing dance videos. It's like she can't leave the house. I read another one where it was like, okay, Britney said she just wanted to be able to drive her car. Only places she could go is Starbucks and Target is the only two places she's been in the last 3 years. What mentally happened to Britney? What is going on to Britney on why she is a prisoner in her own world? This is an icon. Did she mentally I don't understand how she could mentally just unravel like that. And she just so incapable of doing all these things when this lady has traveled the world, did shows, world tours, had not one son, two sons. I think Britney been married probably like 2 times. How is she why do the media got us thinking Britney is crazy? This is the same way they got Kanye painted to us though. Like everybody's so crazy. Hey you, what's up? Shout out gang gang. I can't even see who that was, y'all. Thank you for tapping into the live.
Dressed up, I love the can.
All right, pause. Let's just do like a little quick analysis here. First of all, the constant swaying of the coat.
See, they keep saying like, hold on, y'all. Let me try to find another one.
Much better. This one isn't awkward at all. It's like, hello, what are you talking about? It just doesn't make sense. It's not normal for someone to just say random things. Everybody can see this a mile away. And here's a video of her dancing. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to.
Okay, so now this is the video of it's too many awkward things going on in Britney Spears' world that make you think she is being held hostage. She keeps pleading to everybody. How do I send you info? Send it to pipelinenews2020@gmail.com. Britney is crazy. Look at her eyes. Yeah, something going on with Britney. Something is going on. Did they dope her up? Is she off all these meds? Is she being sex trafficked through the industry? Why is everything so secretive and we cannot see Britney and she is not allowed to come out in public? Let's watch this next video.
But let's take a look.
She don't look normal. Don't look wrong with her. It's like she can't be outdoors. She only can stay in the house or in her backyard. Y'all know them pill addictions is serious too. Like, I don't know.
I'm outside in my garden today.
Here she go again.
And I'm reading a book called Astrology. And it's basically about what the attraction is to other horoscopes. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm very keen on Aquariuses and also Leos because they're very outspoken.
Okay, now y'all see her eyes. One of my subs just said, look at her eyes. You know what I'm saying? Is she possessed? Like what is going on in that house? Because we know rituals is real. Rituals, witchcraft, that satanic shit in the industry, that is real. A lot of people be like, oh, Illuminati, that ain't real. That stuff with them sacrifice. Man, that stuff be real. These people be dabbling with spirits, voodoo, animal sacrificing, drugs. She looked like she is just totally out her mental. But what happened when she was in the mental hospital for all them years, detached from the world? You know, up in there, they probably shot her up with all kind of stuff, gave her all kind of pills. She totally not the same person she was. And at this point, she can't control none of her money. Her father and mother's running everything. She haven't seen her kids. They talked to her, one of her sons. I got to find that video, y'all. I got a video of her younger son talking about the grandfather, how the grandfather is doing Britney wrong and how they don't like him and all of this stuff. It's a lot what's going on. Even her kids is like, my mom said, thank y'all for everything. She's still fighting. She want a new lawyer. They won't give her no new lawyer. It's crazy what's going on with her. She been in hostage for 10 years.
But kind of in a good way. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm very keen on freedom. I love freedom. I love independence. I don't like to be tied. I like to travel. But yet, I'm very insecure. So
damn, didn't I just say it, y'all? Did I not just say that? See, y'all be thinking I know everything. What that say, fart? What is your name? Listen, y'all be thinking I be knowing everything because I be going left sometimes. Did I not just say, oh, Britney act like either she insecure or something going on where why she love to travel. Then I just said this lady has done world tours, shows, commercial, TV hosting. How all of a sudden she's so much of a danger to society where they have to throw her away and lock her up, where she could never have no freedom, and she got all these M's. She can't even spend her bread. She can't travel with her kids. Like, what is going on in her world? Is that their way of keeping her locked down to keep control over her? Because keep in mind, y'all know MK Ultra. And when they send them people to them psych units and they go to jail in them other countries and come back different, all that stuff is part of frequency and that sacrifice and the MK Ultra. Y'all look into that on how they take these people to these deserted places and lock them away and do all these frequencies to their brain and stuff. And then they come back different. And we be like, look what happened to Kodak Black. People say that happened to him, Gucci Mane, Kanye West, Dave Chappelle when he disappeared. A lot of these people leave and somehow they get into these little situations where these people control their brains and do all kind of stuff. I do believe in cloning centers and all that. I do believe that stuff exists. It's a lot of things in this world that they will continue to keep secrets and will not let us know. It's real life. What just happened to Britney? She just said it. I'm independent. I like to do a lot of stuff on my own.
I also like Scorpios because they're very, very internal. They think all the time. And that's something I probably need to do a little bit. All right now I'm in Maui and I hear thousands of birds. Check this out. They're so loud! Okay, so with the corona disease going around, which is absolutely horrendous and crazy and so scary for our nation right now, I think it's important.
Hold on, y'all. See how they would take her out somewhere, but she's still somewhere secluded by herself. Do we even know she was in Maui? Every video she shoots, she at home looking weird. Like they trying to put her out there to show the world like, hey, you not being hostage. We gonna put this image out for the world, won't think you hostage. But look how it be set up. It's strictly control over her whole mental. It's like a prison. She's in prison. She don't have no friends, no outside girl. She's going crazy.
personally for us to all try to stay with people that lift your frequency to a higher ground and to stay sane and healthy and to better ourselves. So for inspiration for men and children and women around the world, I'm going to try to do a yoga pose and a yoga move every day on my Instagram.
Look at the mirror. Yes, her hair dirty like a 30-year-old. Right. That's what I'm saying. Look at her.
So our world is going through such hard times right now. And my sister just nominated me to help people, whether it's with food or getting your child diapers or whatever it is. DM me and I will help you out.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm going to nominate 3 other people, and I'm going to nominate Will Smith, Sama Asghari, and Kate Hudson. During this time of quarantine, I hope you all are being strong and lifting.
Look at her. She on pills or something, right?
Okay, so I'm about to go horseback riding, and I haven't been horseback riding in 6 months.
Another video at home.
So I'm so excited. Here I go. On days like today where the sun's really not out and we're all staying in, these are a couple of the things that I do just to stay
like,
sane.
What is they
and
doing to
balance
Britney,
myself
man?
out. I do a little bit of prayer in the morning, and then I also do a lot of stretching and a little bit of yoga.
Okay, y'all, so listen. Do y'all believe she could be in some kind of sex trafficking, cult kind of shit where they like, I mean, it's just my opinion, y'all. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm just saying. For her to be the person that she is with all this money, have children, why is it that the world cannot have access to her? You don't see her with nobody. She's always alone. Could it be something like, look how Rihanna bailed out with the not the sex trafficking, but the sex slave shit. Did they make Britney Spears a industry sex slave? And it drove her crazy or something. It's something going on that they is controlling her and got us thinking she's okay when she is keep giving us signs. Look how she looking. They saying in all her videos she give us signs that she's not okay because she can't completely come out and say what's going on with her. So I've been following the Free Britney Spears movement for about a week now, on and off for about a week, because I've been wanting to cover her story before I was covering Boog the Bandit, but that happened and I had to put my energy into Boog. Rest in peace, Boog. But I've been on this Free Britney Spears and just catching up with it, and it's like people keep saying, like, pay attention to all her Instagram videos. She wearing the same clothes. She got the same top on 17 times in 30 days and different views. And she keeps saying it's different photos, but they was like, look at the background. It's not. They like Free Britney. They like, she giving us subliminals in her videos. She won't help, but nobody can see what's going on.
So this is. Hi guys,
another home video.
I've been here for like 6 months because I burnt my gym down, unfortunately. I had 2 candles and.
Wait a minute. Did she say she just burnt her gym down? Listen, this and how do you burn your whole gym down? She's rebellion. She want attention. That stuff like that be cries for help. She said she had a candle and burnt down the gym. You ain't burning no whole gym down with no candle. She doing that for attention and to get help and bring people, the media, into her world. That don't happen just with a candle. Let's listen.
Yeah, one thing led to another and I burned it down. So I'm in here and I only have 2 pieces of equipment left. And I'm going to show you guys what I do during this time. Hi guys, I'm in my gym today, and yes, it is the gym that I burned.
Look how she talking.
It's still not fixed yet, but I'm getting there. Anyhow, I'm going to show you guys what I do to work out. It's really kind of hard because there's a lot of repetition on one muscle group. It's a lot like Pilates, but without.
Yeah, they used to be normal, right? Her view.
Repetition. Anyhow, to all my friends in the LGBTQ community, happy Pride Month. You guys bring so much hard passion.
Right, maybe she on pills, y'all.
Because of you, I've had the best nights of my life.
Look at her.
I love you so much it hurts. Happy Pride Month. Baby, be quiet!
It's like she trying to be normal, or they trying to market her like she normal, but something going on. That's her old security. I don't know if he's still her security guard. That's the only one she could have a relationship with, is the bodyguard. She always fall in love with the bodyguards for some reason.
This tree looks like this year. See the pink rose? See how beautiful that is?
Now, like I told you, the Concrete Rose project is that she trying to do is a sex trafficking. She wear a lot of roses. She's always standing up for women. Her face expressions with, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we know drugs, think about it. If you traveled the world, she just said, I'm very independent. I love to travel. I love to do this. Just imagine if all that was taken from you and you became a prisoner in your own world. They probably is feeding her drugs to keep her high and keep her sedated so she can't keep in tune with that bread and what's going on out here. They did it to Prince. They did it to the best of them. Whitney Houston, Marilyn Monroe, they all pushed drugs down them so they could be incoherent, and they will put the media and paparazzi around them to have us thinking they strung out on drugs when the whole time they is supplying them and feeding it to it. Reality TV too, all that love and hip hop fighting and all that shit. They supply them with drugs and alcohol. Look how they did Tommy. They keep alcohol and drugs on them sets for filming and footage and have the world thinking that these people is crazy and they strung out and drunks, and they are the biggest suppliers. They are the suppliers, the industry. Look at the Pink Rose. She's trying to speak out about sex trafficking. Is she being trafficked? What is going on with her? Let's go back to it.
Watch. It's just soap. That's all it is. It's just soap. It's not really a flower at all. It's just soap. Told you.
She ain't even got her nails done. Look at all that money.
Happy Friday.
They in her backyard, her and the bodyguard. She can't leave the house. This is crazy.
So this is the exact same bathing suit I wore like 3 days ago to the beach. But I said, hey, why not give it another shot? But while I'm at it,
look at her face.
You guys know the 5 most important things that you need to bring when you go to the beach. A towel,
all that mascara on,
sunscreen, a dog, and a hat. I'm gonna go to my jacuzzi now. Hi, so I know that there have been a lot of comments and a lot of people saying a lot of different things about me, but I just want to let you guys know that I am fine. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life.
No, you're not. You look sad.
All of you guys a lot of prayers, wishes, and a lot of love. Okay, so yesterday I felt like...
So tell me that last video just didn't look forced. Didn't it look like somebody sat her up there and filmed her and said... Because this Free Britney Spears campaign, y'all, been going on for a few years. If y'all check it out, go to YouTube, go to Google. It's a whole movement like Black Lives Matter. This how big the Free Britney Spears movement is. I didn't know how huge it was. It's just as big as Black Lives Matter, that all these people in the world is worried about Britney and they saying she been held against her will. This is a whole campaign they have going on for her, and for some reason they will not release her. But don't these videos look like, y'all, somebody is forcing her and coercing her to speak? It seems forced. You can look at her in her face.
It was the beginning of fall. I pulled out all of my jackets, and then the next day it was really hot. It was very confusing. Anyhow, this summer has been so much fun for me. I learned so much, I laughed so much, I swam so much. But the most important thing that I did learn was that life has so many spontaneous gifts at each moment. Sometimes we need to learn to slow down and learn how to embrace them all. Anyways, I hope your summer was as good as mine, and God bless you all. Okay, so a lot of my fans have been asking me a lot of questions during my comments. I listened, and so now I'm going to answer all of your questions.
That's the same crop top she had on 17 times in 30 days.
My favorite song is Toxic that I have done, and I have no idea what my favorite song in the whole world is. The second question is, a lot of you have asked me, what's my favorite place to visit? My favorite place to visit is Hawaii and Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos is a little bit more jungly and more tropical. There's not that many people there. It's a small island, and it basically has the...
Why doesn't she have one video without mask? Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, what's my favorite food is...
She crying out for help. Britney is being held hostage. I'm telling y'all. It's something about her life ain't normal. For her to be this big pop superstar. Keep in mind, Britney Spears is a superstar. Superstar. Why they took her off and duck her off like that from the world?
Probably frozen, just because I really like the fact that the two sisters,
drugs do that.
Often lives in a castle just because she can't deal anymore.
But listen, y'all, listen. If it was drugs, though, like we say, like a lot of these videos do look like she's on some. I'm not gonna say that. But regardless of the fact, I believe 85% of Hollywood is on drugs or some heavy. So what make her different where she can't even be in the public eye behind drugs? Think about it, y'all. What is the reason why? Because this is a big thing for me. Why is it that she's not accessible to the people? And the videos is forced for her to look how fast she was talking. Y'all, I've been to Kurt Cobain. I've been to this. I've been to that. Yeah, y'all, I'm okay. All my fans is worried about me. I'm not okay. She's not okay. Somebody is coaching her and controlling her. I don't know if she's a sex slave. They didn't did something to this girl and got her mind all warped where she can't even be around her kids. It don't look like Britney Spears would hurt anything. It doesn't. She always had a good heart. It had good energy. Britney Spears was sweet. She's a sweet person. I don't think she's no threat to society. I really don't. Compared to what's going on out here now in the industry that they let us get access to, but what is going on with Britney where y'all can't have contact with her. She can't do appearances. She can't be on TV. She only could stay in the house. She can't have no visitors. And only place she could go is Target and Starbucks. And they all in a mile radius from her home. This ain't adding up, y'all. It's a bigger agenda.
There's Bueller's Day Off. What time do I go to sleep? I go to sleep between 11:30 and 12. What's my favorite flower? It's a rose. And how old was I when I got my first car? I was probably 17 years old. And have I ever gotten a speeding ticket? I've had one speeding ticket my whole life. So I'm here today to answer all your questions.
She ain't got no record.
And the first main question that you guys asked me is, what's my favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is probably Halloween, just because I love getting dressed up, I love the candy, and I love scaring people. My favorite subject in school was...
Like, y'all see what I'm saying? Don't it look forced? Look at her jittering. That's what I'm saying. It's like whatever is going on, they forces her and put her outside. Like all of this is still her backyard. She cannot leave the premises of her home in the last, I think they said 5 years. And the only places she could go in these few years is Starbucks and Target. It's like they put her in atmospheres or environments to make her look like, to make the world think she's doing okay, she's normal. But look at her eyes, look at her hair. It don't even look like she's showering on a regular. Y'all seen the other picture? She didn't even have a manicure. We ain't talking about nails. I'm just saying. She didn't even have a basic manicure. Like she don't have no access to her money. Or she on some kind of allowance like a teenager or something. If you listen to her conversation, she sounds like a kid.
My favorite is Tom Ford. My favorite restaurant is Mastro's, just because I love a steak and baked potatoes. And my favorite book, very good question, is probably A Good Woman by Danielle Still. Okay, so a lot of people have been saying that a lot of my posts are not new, but they're old. But just to let you guys know, none of my pictures or posts are more than a month old. Yes, I know I did wear the same top 17 times, but it's for a project, Project Rose. And you will be seeing way more of Project Rose in the future.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Project Rose is something she's speaking out on for sex trafficking. Let me check out another one, y'all.
We know attacking a car with an umbrella isn't a good look for anyone, but the documentary Britney Spears Breaking Point reveals why this star's breakdown was even worse than we thought.
This entertainment business has not affected me really at all. I'm still the same Britney.
Everyone knows Britney Spears didn't exactly have a glamorous childhood, but her family's struggles went far beyond the financial. Her father, Jamie Spears, had a drinking problem and would often take out...
So that's what it is. I knew it was something about the father. Like, for him to put her in a mental institution, control all of her money, Like, he is like, her money is his money. He's over everything. She has no say so. Britney Spears is a grown woman. She has no say so or no decision making in her life at all. I think that's pretty strange. I think it's very unnormal. Her father is a drunk. So he just out here blowing her money, living his best life, and keeping her locked up and giving her, they got her on all kind of meds, keeping her doped up so she can't keep up with reality and keep up with what's going on behind the scenes with her business. But she is fighting against her father. It's a big lawsuit going on with her and her dad. She ready. She want her life back. And for some reason, they making it very hard for her. I never seen nothing like this with no industry or nobody in the industry of a person who I mean, unless a person is just, let's be clear, unless a person is just mentally threw off, they can't walk, they can't see, they can't talk, yeah, now that's different. But in this case, she's an able body. At least let me make my own basic day-to-day life decisions. What is the bigger agenda?
His anger on his family, particularly his wife, Lynn Spears. Her aunt Chandra believes the constant fighting between her parents caused Britney to become a quiet and withdrawn child. But all of that changed when Britney got on stage. She grew up singing in the church choir, and her parents used what little money they had to pay for voice lessons. From a very early age, it was apparent she had an incredible talent, and she also had two parents eager for her to hit it big in the entertainment industry, and they weren't waiting around. In fact, the first time she auditioned for the Mickey Mouse Club at the age of 8, she was rejected for being too young. But far from being deterred, Lynn moved Britney to New York City and started signing her up for any gig she could get.
10-year-old Britney Spears.
She appeared in commercials and on Star Search before finally making it onto the Mickey Mouse Club at age 12. It may have taken a while, but at least she was in good company. Did some of those kids look familiar? That's because you just saw Justin Timberlake.
Natural born talent.
Aside, everyone thought she and Justin Timberlake were the perfect couple, including Britney. She was looking forward to settling down and getting married, but Justin had other ideas. He said they were just too young to make it work, but his song Cry Me a River told a different story. He wrote it just a few hours after their breakup, and it implied Britney had been unfaithful during their relationship. However, Britney denies this and says it just added an extra helping of hurt on top of a bad breakup. Other than Cry Me a River, Justin has only good things to say about his ex.
She has a huge heart and she is a great person.
Yes,
She
she
wrote her
is.
own breakup song Every Time in response, but Britney was still looking.
I'm a fast forward.
Now, there are a lot of different sides to this story.
Okay, now this is the part that I want to get into it. Now, we already know her success. We know where she started from, how she became the woman she is today. Now, what happened from then up until this point where the media portrayed her to be this crazy, psychotic person nobody could be around? She can't be trusted with kids. This is the part that I want us to pay attention to, because all of this was part of their agenda with Britney and where she at now. This was all part of the plan.
Continued with a few more trips to rehab for Britney. Sam Lutfi, a man who claimed to be her manager, says he was only doing what he could to protect the star who was suffering from serious addiction issues. Attorney Leon Gladstone says Sam admitted to crushing medication and hiding it in her food because it was the only way he...
See what I'm saying? Y'all listen. Did y'all just see that shit? They pretty much... They drugged her with against her own will. And then they say that was the only way. Right, and then they say that's the only way they could calm her down. First of all, don't put no goddamn pills in my food. And then when I flip out, y'all make it seem like y'all didn't drug me. Y'all did this to me. Did y'all just see what they just said? They put drugs in her salad against her will and made her take it to keep her calm. Britney is a sweet, quiet, low-voiced girl. What threat was she could have been if she was, 5'1", 80, 90 something? Britney was small. What threat was she where they had to drug her up and do all this? See, they did all that to take advantage of Britney. Maybe they was having sex with her and keeping her drugged up. Humiliation ritual. Shout out to my sub who just said that. Who is that? Angie. Shout out to Angie. Yes, it was a humiliation ritual, and that's what Meek Mills just went through. Do y'all remember when Meek Mills was at that tennis court with them billionaires hopping like a goddamn bunny and shit? Humiliation rituals is real, just like animal rituals is real, where they have to have sex with animals to get to the next level. It's very real, these rituals. Let's get back.
To take it. According to Sam and her former bodyguard Tony Barreto, Britney was using illegal substances and they were trying to do what they could to help her. But her parents say that Sam and her bodyguards were providing her with substances to keep her under their control. They also accused her of tipping off the paparazzi and generating the relentless crowd of cameras in order to make money. Oh, and they also said Sam was never actually her manager. In court, they described him as a parasite who only pretended to be her manager so he could...
Okay, y'all, now let's stop. Didn't we just talk about the paparazzi? They just said it. They gave her drugs without her will, and then they called the paparazzi to surround her and make her image look like she was this drugged up crazy person. And it came from a person who was her manager, who turned out to be a parasite, who wanted everything she had and wanted to bring her down. He was the beginning of her demise. That guy right there. It was, they just said, I knew it was something. It wasn't that she willingly or voluntarily took the drugs. They pushed it up on her by putting it in her food and in her smoothies and stuff, talking about to keep her tame. Britney talked like a mouse. Look how low, quiet, like what was so erratic about her when this happened to her? Yeah, like, see what I'm saying?
Close to
it was the agenda.
There were many serious allegations on both sides, but in the end, Sam got hit with a restraining order, and Jamie was named conservator of Britney and her substantial estate. But her problems were far from over. She lost custody of her sons to her ex,
and that broke her.
While she was working to regain visitation rights.
Hold on, y'all. Listen, any parent out here, especially us mothers, I don't care what we go through in life. When you take our kids or hurt our kids, it's game on. In certain situations, some women could never gain their sanity back after losing their children. That was all that mattered to her, was her kids. Britney, I don't believe it got to a point where she was worried about the money and the fame. I think it got to a point when she started shaving her head off and all that. She was like, look, screw this industry. I want out. I want my kids. And with that, she started rebelling. She went against the oath. And next thing you know, they put it out in the media. She's this crazy, psychotic person that's a danger to society. And that's what they got us thinking about her to this day. And that's why she is a prisoner in her own world.
Her behavior continued to be erratic. In 2008, things came to a head when she refused to return her sons to Kevin when her visitation was over. A spokesperson for the Los Angeles Police Department confirmed that Britney appeared to be under the influence of an unknown substance. She was taken to the hospital and left later in the company of Dr. Phil. No, we're not joking. Her business manager, Lou Taylor, said he betrayed her trust by talking about her to the press. But Dr. Phil says he was only there to help. We'll let you decide if his intentions were altruistic or if this is another example of someone exploiting Britney when she was in desperate need of help. With her dad in charge of her health and finances, things at least appeared to get better for Britney. She went back to work, churning out hit albums and signing on for residency shows in Las Vegas. Her second Las Vegas residency show, Britney Domination, was set to earn her $507,000 for each performance.
Man,
but
what?
That was before her dad got sick.
That's what I'm saying. Look at the money. Man, Britney probably up there. I'm going to be honest, y'all. In her gross, her net worth, it wouldn't surprise me if she ain't too far from Beyonce. Britney was a worldwide pop star. She was in that bag. They was paying her top dollar like they do Beyonce. We had Beyonce in our world, and in the other world, they had Britney Spears. Nobody was higher than Britney Spears when she was out. She was at the top of her game. They got her strung out on drugs and flipped her whole world upside down. Look how they did Cat Williams and took his kids. Cat Williams got to unraveling. He got to exposing the truth and going against the oath. They did the same thing with Britney Spears. They try to break her all the way down like they did Lauryn Hill too. Whatever Lauryn Hill and Britney Spears went through, some about that, they'll never come back to the industry. They cool, they don't want no parts with it. What happened with Lauryn Hill when they try to make it seem like she was strung out on heroin and all that? It's about that oath and them sacrificing. I'm telling you, it's all part of the agenda.
As he is still her conservator after all this time, and even though he's supposed to be responsible for her, that clearly goes both ways.
Her daddy a drunk.
Britney
How he gonna
dropped
maintain her
everything to rush to his
finances?
side, and while his health recovered, the ordeal took a toll on her. According to her manager, Larry Rudolph, the effectiveness of Britney's medication had faltered around this time, creating the perfect storm. She was stressed about her father, and her medication wasn't helping, so she entered a psychiatric treatment facility until she could get her mental health under control. Over the years, Britney has had to fight for every last...
Did y'all hear what they said, right? Pay attention. Y'all don't be listening. I ain't saying y'all don't. But listen, who is this? Man, I'm not dealing with that. Listen, y'all. They said her and her father started having differences. They started having differences. Next thing you know, she was admitted into a psychiatric hospital. That hospital she spent, I believe, 2 to 4 years in. Whatever happened with her father, she was on that money. Now I want to run my own shit, Dad. You out of here. Oh, that's what you doing? Oh, I'm gonna throw your ass away then, because you not running nothing. This is my bread. The father ended up living vicariously through his daughter. We have a lot of parents like that. Joe did it to Michael Jackson for many a years. Joe lived vicariously through Michael, majority of Michael's whole life, the whole lifespan. Michael got tired of that shit. He went out there and built Never Ever Land and had monkeys and shit. Joe wasn't around. These parents live vicariously through these kids. She wanted her own life, her own money. He was like, nah, before that happened, I'll put you in a crazy hospital and let the whole world think you crazy before you think you about to come in here and run this money. Let's get back to it.
Moment of visitation with her sons. But now fans wonder if her father will be the reason those visits disappear. Kevin Federline got a restraining order against Jamie on behalf of both himself and his 2 sons. He claims Sean
It's possible Britney is trying to
with his grandfather and
relive her childhood again. I believe that. Michael Jackson was doing that too.
Insufficient proof. Many wonder if this will impact her conservatorship. In May of 2019, a 37-year-old Britney appeared in court regarding her conservatorship, but the whole thing was kept private. There's speculation that she opted for a quiet meeting with the judge in order to request that her father be permanently removed as her conservator. What we do know is that her dad temporarily stepped down and her care manager, Jody Montgomery, took over the role. The case will resume in January 2020, and many fans find the timing pretty suspicious.
Okay, y'all, now listen, think about it. Look at all these celebrities that been in the industry since they was kids. They did not have a childhood. So at heart, they forever young and try to be kids again, because that was the part that was taken from them. I believe Michael Jackson did it. One of my sons just said Britney did it. Macaulay Culkin. Look at the Olsen twins. Them girls look like they weigh 60 pounds. Them girls look sick. Have y'all seen Mary-Kate and Ashley lately? Man, them girls look sick. Like they on air. Them girls on some heavy drugs. Them Olsen twins, and look, they just disappeared. The Olsen twins. Them girls, I seen them girls online. Them girls, man, they look like they weigh about 60 pounds. They look sick. They be trying to be kids again because this industry has stolen their childhood. They have stolen their childhood.
A new LA pop-up experience called The Zone will open, featuring 10 different rooms inspired by her hit singles. Instead of being excited, many fans are actually protesting the event. Under the hashtag Free Britney banner, these people believe the pop-up is trying to deflect the public's attention away from the conservator case. Tess Barker, who co-hosts the Britney's Graham podcast, points to a time in April
It is a ritual. This is a ritual they got going on with her.
Hotel with her boyfriend, Sam Asghari, instead of exiting quietly through a back entrance. She wonders if this was an intentional
Look
distraction
at
for
her.
Britney's May hearing. And just because this star's life wasn't complicated enough, she also had to go back to court regarding a restraining order against her former manager, Sam Lutfi. Not only did the original order forbid Sam from contacting Britney, but it also covered her parents and sons. But in court, Sam admitted that he contacted Lynn Spears out of concern for her daughter in 2019.
Right.
Sam called the original order unconstitutional and says Lynn never asked him to stop texting and calling.
Right, that's what I'm saying, y'all. So is her mama in on it too? It seemed like the mother and father want her to stay locked up so they could keep running, controlling her money and spending her money. But this is what they got to think, is she's so crazy. Britney ain't that crazy. She firing all of them. And since she trying to fire all of them, they will not let her outside or access to the public, because they know once she get that freedom again, they ass is out. She like, oh yeah, that's what y'all think going on? Okay, I got me another lawyer I don't know nothing about. He about to get y'all up out of here. And then the boyfriend just said he keep contacting the mother to tell her her daughter ain't doing too good. And the mother ain't even replying to his text messages. This is sick, y'all. This is disgusting. I feel bad for
The
Britney.
judge disagreed with his outlook, and in June 2019, the family was granted a 5-year restraining order against Sam. Don't get us wrong, we love to see Britney doing yoga, but we want to know how she's really doing. She assured fans she'll be back on stage at some point, but it's safe to say most of us are wondering what's going on behind the scenes. What do you think about the story of Britney Spears? Should her father remain as her conservator, or should he stay?
I don't think he should remain as her conservator. I really don't. But do y'all see what I'm saying, though, about everything, man? Something ain't right with Britney, y'all. And we got to try to at least see what's going on behind the scenes, because I'm like, why do they got her looking like she just so crazy and out of whack? And then when I looked into the Free Britney Spears campaign, y'all, it's big, like Black Lives Matter. It's big. She got millions of people boycotting her release. They just keep saying, oh, she's a prisoner. She's a prisoner. Why y'all won't let us out? I mean, she can't even do no kind of interviews or nothing. Like, they won't let nobody interview Britney. Her Instagram, she only posts on social media every now and then. And then when she do post, she looking all distraught and out of whack. Like her hygiene not up. It's looking real creepy for Britney. So it's like, come on, man. Y'all got to let this lady out. Why she can't be around her children? Why she can't have access to her money? Is she being sex trafficked, or what is going on with Britney? Yeah, I would be depressed. I don't have access to the world. I can't even go nowhere freely.
Even when you go to jail, there's always the time that you know that you can get out, you know. But in this situation, it's never ending. There's no excitement. There's no passion.
She says she a prisoner. There's no passion. She can't go nowhere.
The cruelest part of the world. But then on the other side, you see the most beautiful part. Very protective of myself. Sometimes it can get kind of lonely. You're guarded, you know. You have to be that way. Otherwise, you get taken advantage of and get in situations like I did the past year. I had certain people into my life that were just bad people, and I was very guarded at first. But then I went to a point where I ended up letting them in because I was lonely or whatever the fact, and I really paid the consequences for that.
She just said it, yeah. That's what I'm
But I just
saying.
feel like, you know, you do something wrong and you learn from it and you move on, but it's like I'm having to pay for it for a really long time.
Look, y'all heard what she just said? Hold on, wait. Hold on. Y'all know I be getting hype and stuff. Wait a minute. Did y'all hear what she said? She said, I feel like the mistake she made in 2008 with the whole going off shaving her head, she said, I feel like I'm being punished for a very, very, very long time. She did something with that oath and that ritual that they didn't like. She went against the grain. Something happened. And she said, I still feel like I'm just getting punished and punished and punished.
Really long time.
For a really long
I'm
time.
having to pay for it for a really long time. For a really long time. They're hearing what they want to hear. They're not really listening to what I'm telling them. It's like, it's bad.
Oh, I feel so bad for Britney. It's breaking her.
being able to drive your car that allows freedom, and I haven't been able to drive my car.
She said, I haven't been able to drive my car. I love to drive. Like, this is messed up. So is the drug use that heavy where they think she gonna crash out? Like, or is this a game they playing with her head?
So in that time, we became close friends. We were on tour together, spent every day together for, a while. And in that time, she gave me a letter that she wanted me to read to you guys. And I'm putting it right up here behind me.
Oh, he about to read the letter, y'all. Let's see.
Read it to you guys. The
What is this?
conservatorship took it and destroyed it. So before they destroyed it, I did make a copy. So
listen, wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. She wrote the letter and they destroyed the letter. They didn't want this letter to get out, but he said, as a good friend, I made a copy of it before they destroyed it. Why every time she plead out for help or try to reach out to somebody, they destroy it or get rid of the media footage? They destroy everything she put her hands on. She trying to get help and reach out, they blocking it every which way. But he got the letter, y'all. Let's see what it say. This is interesting.
Here it is. Britney has been silenced to speak about anything that's really going on. The people controlling her life have made $3 million this year. This next part is blurred out, so I'm going to show it to you guys. Okay, but this part says, if she speaks up, she is threatened. Sorry, some of this it's hard to read. She would love for new eyes to see her situation, but if she brings it up, she's constantly threatened that the conservators will take her kids away. How long does this go on? As long as the people are getting paid and she has no rights, it could go on for a while. But it doesn't make it right at all. Everyone is very quick to put a gloomy eye on Britney. Britney's given her brother a $2 million apartment, her mother a $4 million estate in Louisiana, and her father the best job in show business. She's a very giving person and would love to get the respect she deserves.
Did y'all hear that? I knew it. She can't speak out. She keep throwing subliminal.
12:29 a.m. Hi, my name is Britney Spears. I called you earlier, but I'm calling again because I just wanted to make sure during the process of ending the conservatorship that my father threatened me several times that he'll take my children away. I just want to be guaranteed that there is no fun with the process of guys taking care of everything and things just being the same as far as my custody of her.
She speak like a caged animal. Like they said, she can't say nothing. They threatening her with her kids. Her kids could only see a few times a year. And that's how they got that over her head. Right, speaking of cages, and then they show the picture of the cage. Right.
Where are you, my little temptress? I have a surprise for you. Tonight, you won't win.
Okay, y'all, so listen, this will make me think, right? Y'all see the leather, the bondage, the cage, and now she in like a modern day prison in her own world. Could she possibly been a sex slave for the industry, or possibly being sex trafficked now? It's something going on, y'all, and I think it's bigger than what we may think it is, because this is nothing about this is normal. It's something going on with the sex. I don't know if she's being trafficked or if she a sex slave to the industry behind closed doors, but it's the reason why they dang the kids over her head, and she has no access to the public or her money. She's being controlled. I do think that. Do she know some stuff about some stuff and they think she gonna come out and tell or something like? And why is she always in cages? Y'all see that? That's another cage. What is going on with all these cages? Not like that, but y'all keep seeing they keep showing all these goddamn cages. Right. Oh, damn, I can't even read that, y'all. This is some of my footage, not my edit. I find the way supportive. Here we go again with more bondage shit. It gotta be about the sex. Another cage. Another cage.
Talk about your new single, Slumber Party.
Yes.
I know you do that with Tinashe.
Yes.
And it does Slumber Party, does it mean like the old school Slumber Party?
She trying to show without telling us. That's why she performed it. That's I think so too. Because they keep saying she throws subliminals and everything that she wants some help her.
I think someone that's just nice. Overall, just a nice guy is really groundbreaking. Yeah, in this world.
Everybody loved Britney Spears and still love Britney Spears. Britney Spears posters was in people's rooms. People fantasized about Britney. All the boys and grown men loved and cherished and worshiped Britney Spears just as much as they do Beyonce. She has true diehard fans today that support her and still love everything that she do. But the sex agenda, they put her in, like when she came in at like 15 or 16, she had this whole girl next door look to her. Next thing you know, they turned her into a sex slave. Like at 16, everything was about sex. Booty shorts and halter tops was all she wore damn near through her whole goddamn career. It seemed like they pushed the sex agenda with her and young girls for quite some time now. And why all these goddamn videos got all these goddamn cages?
You are the princess
control.
You could actually
this is subliminal about control.
What would you wish for the world?
I would wish happiness, world peace. I'm not doing like words. And I would like for people just to be more and have fun and have more family time and
get the likes up, y'all. Hit the like button if y'all in here. Turn up, gang.
If the world was going to end tomorrow and you get to perform one final song to unite the world, which song of yours would you perform?
If the world was ending tomorrow, I'd fly home right now and go see my mother.
Oh, that was
no
sweet.
Songs.
That's what I would do.
If you could go back to be...
Listen, did y'all hear? That's why I said she like screw the industry. He just asked her if it was one song that you could do to reunite the world one last time, one song, what would it be? She said, I would fly out to go see my mama. She ain't thinking about performing and getting on that stage for the industry. She like, I'm going to go see my mama because I need to holler at her about something. How you and daddy played me with my bread and threw me in that mental hospital and kept me prisoner in my own home for over 10 years. Think about it. The incident with her shaving her head bald happened in 2008. It's 2021. She been held hostage and against her will. She like, I wouldn't go perform nothing. He said, what song would you perform? She said, nothing. I need to go fly out and see my mom. That's what I would do. Yeah, I'm going to go holler at Mom Deuce. I got a choice of words for her. She ain't think about no industry. She won't out.
8 years old again, before Baby One More Time and the Mickey Mouse Club. Would you do it all over again, or would you do something else?
Oh, that's a very good question. I don't know. I'm very thankful and blessed for the life that I've been given, but sometimes I do wonder what it would be like and what I would be like if I wasn't, famous, because I've been doing this at such a young age. It's all I've ever known. And I feel like a lot of people who are very wise can take it with a grain of salt, but in some of my life it was very hard for me. I think everything happens for a reason, and I have to believe that. And
y'all heard what she said? Don't know. Would you do it again? Don't know. She ain't with the shit no more. She won't out. Right. She wanted to say, hell no. Yeah, she did.
It just the mind, it kind of feels
She hesitated like,
It's quiet right now. And it feels kind of illegal doing this with this mic in my hand right now. It feels so weird.
Why it feel weird? Y'all heard that?
I've been doing
That
a lot
was
of thinking
weird.
lately, right? Okay. This morning I woke up and I was like, looked at the news, a lot of things going.
Wait a minute. Has she been hostage so long when she grabbed the microphone? Y'all heard what she just said? She said, it feels like it's illegal. How does it feel illegal when you've been performing on stages for umpteen years? She said, it feels like illegal. Her head been so programmed, she feel like she'll get in trouble for performing because of all the stuff they got in her head and her being on them drugs. She like, it feel illegal. How? You's a pop star. Like, that's weird.
World stuff, but basically, I looked and I was like, the press and the media my whole life, it's really crazy because one minute they tear you down, and they're really horrible, and the next minute you're on top of the world. I've never really spoke about it, and I'm a Southern girl. I'm from Louisiana. South, and I like to keep it real, so I just want to make sure I keep having you motherfuckers something to talk about, okay?
That's what I'm saying. See, there was a subliminal. I agree. That was a subliminal.
I want to ask you guys a little question.
Look what they got. Look what she got on. Y'all see what I'm saying?
You can't do something. What do you do?
Her whole ass is out. And that leather, like, that's crazy. Britney is so cute. She's so pretty too, y'all. When she's sober and they got her dialed up and stuff, Britney is really beautiful.
Wow, this is so incredibly amazing. I wrote this speech, and it's basically, I feel like our society has always put such an emphasis on what's normal. And to be different is unusual or seen as strange. But to be accepted unconditionally and to be able to express yourself as an individual through art is such a blessing. Events like this, the one we are attending here tonight, show the world that we're not alone.
She was just hiding up there. Like Janet, right. Her, Janet, Beyonce, Cole. Superstars, literally.
And show our gifts without hesitation. Being a mother has shown me what it means to love unconditionally, and you are all in this room have showed me throughout my career what it means to be loved unconditionally.
Aww.
It's such an honor to be here, and thank you so much, Glad, and thank you to the LGBTQ community and my family and all of my friends and fans. I love you very much. Thank you. Oh, yes.
1999. This book.
So now we see her, right? So why is it that they got her in a prisoner in her own world? Look at her. Now this was, I believe, before the heavy drug use started kicking into play. The way she looked in that part, she looked as still pure before they started putting the drugs and stuff in her food and her milkshakes and stuff. So why is it now, with her being so soft-spoken and so small, how is she a threat to society and her kids and can't have no access to her own money and access to the public? They are trying to silence her, and it's an agenda going on. Maybe it's about her money. I believe it's about sex trafficking or her being a sex slave in some form. And they holding them kids over her head. So if you speak out or try to play crazy with this bread, we gonna take your kids from you. We gonna do harm to your children. It's something they got held over her head where she choose to just stay in this place and trying to get help. But they got it where the higher ups, nobody would help her. They want her to stay in this mind state and have us all thinking she crazy and psychotic. There's nothing crazy or This is an agenda they pushing.
Come on.
Oh my God, such a dork and a nerd. Hello, the biggest nerd.
What do you remember about this day? Do you?
I have no idea. I don't remember. Yeah. The secret to happiness. No memory. Right
Really?
there. Exactly.
That's it.
She don't remember.
I like to live in the moment.
Live in the moment,
Live in the
baby.
moment.
Thank you.
Okay. So
because they're very, very into
Hold on,
a couple months ago. But, I guess working out and staying healthy is a big part of it. So it just seemed like a relevant time to share information that you hadn't recently.
Is that her sister Jamie? Is that Jamie?
Yeah.
Hi guys, so a lot of you have been asking me more questions in the comments, and I'm here to answer all of your questions. So the first main question that you guys have been asking me is, what's my favorite Disney
MK Ultra, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree with that. That's what's going on.
The fact that two sisters, their relationship, and then one goes off and lives in a castle just because she can't deal anymore.
Secrets to Happiness, no memory. Yeah, because that's weird. How you don't remember that?
Like, you know, I don't know this, you know, but like if you're coming into life and you've never had to do something and having to learn it, obviously it's a lot better to learn it when you have a lot of money and you can learn it. But like,
that's Britney Spears' brother.
Adjustment. You know, let's say it does get let go and she's calling her own, like, you know, everyday task stuff. I think it's probably going to be. I mean, it's a great challenge, but it's probably going to be quite, I mean, like driving. She's the worst driver in the world. I'm not lying. Like bless her heart. Like she.
See, that's her brother. Now, if you got so much love for your sister and you know they got this smear campaign going on her, why would you get on national TV and say, see, he part of it too. He part of the go along, get along too. Shout out to Kwame. Listen. Why would you get on national TV and say, and you know she fighting for her life and her freedom, he get on there and say, oh, basic tasks, basic everyday tasks will be difficult for her. She is the worst driver ever, the worst. Y'all see how he put all the emphasis on the worst. Come on, bro. Britney was driving very, very well when she was out and driving to them events and all that. She was the best driver ever, but now he's programmed, and they got money on his head too, the brother, to go along with the mother and father to keep her in this mental hospital or a prisoner in her own world. Why she can't drive her car? I think this is crazy. This is crazy.
Is not a really good driver, and she hasn't had to do that, so I'm sure.
And I have Uber these days, you know. Now they have Uber.
Yeah.
And how old was I when I got my first car? I was probably 17 years old. And have I ever gotten a speeding ticket? I've had one speeding ticket my whole life.
Bam, there it is, y'all. She said she had one speed ticket her whole life. Man, hashtag free Britney Spears. Man, y'all do more research on this topic.
Can keep your neck.
Y'all do more research on this topic. I'm gonna bring this story up the next week or so and try to get down to the bottom of stuff and really see what's going on, because this is just really weird. It seems like she's being trafficked or some kind of sex slave, or what is the reason why they got her so quiet and she can't have access not even to her own social media accounts. She can't drive her own car. She can't see her kids. Only place she can go is Starbucks and Target, and she has to be drove there. I don't think she's that mentally I don't think she's mentally destroyed the way the media and this agenda is on Britney. It's a bigger agenda they trying to push, and it's a reason why they want her silenced. Whatever reason that is, we don't know. But I'm gonna dig deeper into it because this is weird. It's nothing about this normal. This pop star, superstar, this girl has mega millions in her bank account. Big M's. Big M's. It ain't making sense, y'all. Shout out to the pipeline. Please hit the subscribe button on your way out. Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell so every time I drop, y'all be the first one to get it. Until next time, pipeline, gang, I'm out of here.